Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome. It's been a while, yes, it's been a while since we've made any videos.
We're sorry for that. Yes. Now, let's talk about Joker.
So, before we start talking about Joker, let's see how many people are watching. Welcome to the stream, anyone who's joining. Welcome to the stream. So, let's just start, right? So, what was your thought after walking out from the cinema after watching Joker for the first time?
My thoughts. After watching, to be fair, I felt unsettled, to tell you the truth, because, I mean, I felt like I walked out of a murder scene or something. It's like it was satisfying. The movie was satisfying, but it still felt like witnessed something wrong or something when I came out of the cinema.
I think that is the general idea of the movie. I think to make you unsettled, just for you to realize with the situation that is happening right now in society nowadays. They were talking about the garbage problem in the movie in the beginning. Did you notice that when they were talking when the news was going on the radio?
The
They,
No, I didn't
no,
realize. No.
on the news they were talking about a garbage strike, a garbage problem that was accumulating in Gotham. Well,
Okay.
apparently in America, in think I think in New York, there was a garbage problem as well. I think they were pinpointing that exact situation. It's
All
like
right.
they're like hitting you there on the head and saying,
Yeah,
"This
that's
is
one of
relatable. This is a
yeah
relatable movie."
yeah that's one of the things I noticed though. Not the garbage problem. I didn't realize about that, but I noticed about that they were trying to tackle issues in the real world.
Yes, that is, of course, I mean, as all of us probably are wondering whether this whole movie is all part of the Joker's imagination
Imagination.
or not,
Yes.
or is it?
I mean,
I
it
don't know.
could be, but there's a lot of ways you could look at it.
So, can you give me any pointers on
Like, because remember, people, it's spoilers here.
spoiler
So
territory?
spoilers will be immediately be spilled here. So uh, like one of the ways I saw it was obviously you can say that everything was fake because at the end when the screen goes black and you suddenly see him in Arkham with
I have to
a
disagree with you when you said everything was fake. I
no,
think there were some things that were real,
no, I
but
know. That's one of the ways you can look at it because it is possible to say that he imagined everything and he was always locked in Arkham and the whole story was a fiction, all made up in his mind, which is possible. But it could also be that some parts are real and some parts are fake, which
well,
I actually
yeah,
I actually am leaning closer to that idea that some things are fake and some things are real.
I think that was purposefully done in a way that showing that certain parts were fake, but we didn't realize that
Yeah.
because nowadays there's the media, for example, sometimes they show us stuff and it's not real. For example, you don't know the truth behind it. Maybe that's one of the themes that they're trying to convey here in
Yes.
this movie. It's a masterpiece, in my
Yeah.
my opinion.
And
It's freaking.
obviously, I mean, if you didn't get this, it's obviously about some mental problems as well. The movie.
It's about one guy in society called Arthur Fleck. Of
Yeah.
course, part of the comics universe. There's a mixture here. It's part of the comics universe, the Joker's origin story. But we all know that the Joker sometimes can have different stories and multiple
Because the
choice.
Joker never really actually reveals his how do you say, origin story. He never does in the comic books or in the movies or games.
which makes him
So
mysterious.
yeah,
Yes.
so that's one of the reasons why people are thinking that this could be an imagination, which I don't believe, because I think it could be a part fiction, part fact, because it could be like he's imagining, like he's recalling events, but he's changing them so that they appear favorable to him.
Of course. As a matter of fact, if you take away the theme from if you take away the comic book part of this whole movie,
Yeah,
it's just about a guy, like a normal guy. It could be any one of us.
yeah. Like it's
And
basically telling you society is based. It's like it's sort of making society culpable. Like telling you it's your fault that some people end
everyone's
up
fault.
doing this.
It's everyone's fault.
Yeah,
It can be your fault. It can be my fault. Whatever you do in society, whatever you do, it can affect anyone. It can affect another human being. So you have to be careful what you do. And this is a really good eye opener for those people, and for everyone. I mean, even for me. I mean, I could just be walking down the street and talk to someone in an arrogant way or something, or just tell him something. Or I don't know the person, and I don't know what he's going through or anything. So
yeah,
maybe he could break. Maybe there could be a meltdown or something. So you don't know. This movie points that out in a very good way. So what do you think? Uh, I mean, any one of us could be suffering, I don't know, mental illness or something.
yeah.
But yeah, society just keeps fighting that
Because
fight.
people just need to understand that sometimes your actions, when you do something, not to, if you're enjoying it, it doesn't mean that the other person is enjoying it. That's why, like, and sometimes even if you say little, like a little sentence, it could affect someone's life, like
Yeah,
completely.
my point exactly, as I was
Uh,
saying before. Um, so basically, do we have any people watching? Uh, Anyone have any questions? You can
yeah,
write
we
down in the
only.
discussion
Uh huh.
in the comments.
Maybe if people are watching, even if you watch this as a video form afterwards, you can leave in your opinions if you
From the
want.
movie. Yeah. What I've
Uh,
what I've also noticed, and I mean I have to point this out. I mean maybe they've already spoken about this in other conspiracy YouTube videos.
mhm.
I don't know. Is that at the ending? I'm immediately jumping back to the ending.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, because this is like the most crucial part of the whole movie, putting it all together. Um, Before he supposedly kills the psychiatrist in front of him, he starts singing out a tune from the song of Frank Sinatra's "That's Life,"
yeah, yeah.
and this tune actually, um,
The song,
yeah, it's the song. Um, it, ha-
actually, I loved it.
yeah, it portrays the whole freaking movie,
Yeah, yeah. In
and
fact, I still listen to that song on Spotify now.
yeah, it's a good song.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that movie, yeah, that gave him some more publicity. That's for sure. It was worth it though.
Yeah, it's good. And there's also the other one. It's called Smile.
Yeah,
It's very good. I think it's about. It's basically just telling you to smile in every situation, which is basically what he's trying to do in the whole movie. He's trying. He's trying to smile even when he's not supposed to smile, even when it doesn't feel like smiling.
yeah, because society has pushed him at a point where he cannot smile, or he cannot live his own life as how he wants.
Yeah,
For example,
unfortunately.
they closed down, they shut down his medication, his therapy. That just made him worse. But maybe the Joker all imagined this, or the Joker portrayed this for us as the audience to fool us or make a joke on us, but actually is pointing it out as the truth.
Yeah, I remember the part where she shows Arthur, the psychiatrist, that they're closing, they're shutting them down.
Yes.
Yeah, that's also something that is actually happening in real life, because in America, because it's obviously about America mostly, there is not enough funding going into these
A
types
lack
of
of
things.
a lack of mental illness awareness.
And they're not giving them enough funding because they don't find it to be like an important issue. They think it's
Of
just
course.
something you do afterwards.
Yes. That's one of that's one big problem at the moment. Especially I mean, and this movie points it out precisely. Especially there's one part in it where that affects his job as well. There's
Yes, when
the
he.
whole reason why he started on that path. I mean, he was carrying a gun and everything, but um, even though it was all there in front of us and we were watching it, and
In fact, about the gun,
yeah,
there is something I started to think maybe it's fake. Maybe it didn't happen as we actually saw in the movie. I was thinking about because you know when uh, basically Randall, what's his name, the other guy, the other clown.
the one who gave him the gun.
Yeah, I think it's Randall. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he was scared of him, so
Uh,
I think he really did ask him for Arthur Fleck really did ask him for the gun,
yeah,
and
I think.
he just showed us the version where Randall is giving him the gun, and actually it was the other way around because there was this deleted scene actually, but they didn't show it. Of course, the deleted scene
Yeah.
where he was confronting Randall, confronting him. I don't know, but maybe it was about the gun, but they weren't. You couldn't hear anything. Maybe it was about the gun because they really didn't have any. He didn't really have any buddies there, you know. Especially when he went to visit the boss about the sign, and he told him that when he was like phasing out, when Arthur was phasing out.
Mhm.
Did you notice there was this moment where he was phasing out? Um,
Yes, yes.
there,
Like anger was taking.
while he was phasing out, there was this muffled like tone.
Hmm.
The boss was telling him that everyone is scared of you. Everyone
Everyone thinks
finds you.
you're a freak. I think that's what he says.
Everyone is uncomfortable around him.
Uh
That was muffled, so we couldn't hear it. Like for those who it was only there for those who wanted to listen, for those who listened well for it. I mean, for those who it the camera pointed to Joker's face. It's like a distraction.
Yeah.
But I'm not Joker, Arthur Fleck, because he was still Arthur Fleck at the time. He was pointing to his face. Um, so it was like a distraction. That's telling. It's like happens. This is what exactly happens nowadays with the news, media, distractions everywhere. You can't get a grip. You cannot get a grip on what's happening around. I mean, around you nowadays. I mean, yeah, there's Facebook at least. Well, sometimes they fake things. It's crazy. It's all mad. It's a mad world.
Mad world.
Yes, as the Joker puts it.
Uh huh. What do you think about his laugh?
That was the best laugh by far. I
Uh,
mean, yes, I cannot compare it to Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger is great.
but I think.
That's legendary laugh. But
Uh,
still, this was something else. He managed to put, do different laughs. Like he was channeling different laughs. There was this um, nerve, like nervous laugh, the hearty laugh at the end, the scared laugh, the laughter, the fits of laughter that happened during some intense scenes, or yeah, that's a really good way to.
I really liked his laugh though. I think I liked it a little more than Heath Ledger's maybe, because not just because it's better, not because it's better, because
It's his condition.
I feel like it's a part of the.
He's telling you this is a joke. This is not real. This is not actually happening. For example, he's laughing, and this is not actually happening. For example, and it's happening on screen. Yes, but that's the Joker's narrative.
And as well, even when he's what's it called? In the stand-up comedy place.
Ah, yeah, the Pogos.
Uh-huh.
Pogos, yeah, actually, Pogos, fun fact, inverted commas. Not actually a fun fact, but okay, disturbing fact actually. Pogos is actually called after the clown murderer who murdered, who was a serial killer, a clown serial killer back in the 1980s. This actually portrays that. I think that's why they put that sign there, and it was shown prominently in the movie, Pogos.
Alright.
It was like a nod to that era, to the time.
Okay. Didn't know this.
You didn't?
No. So
They're actually,
um, his. Did you notice that his laugh over there, when he's there, because everyone is laughing there, but he starts
He isn't.
laughing at a later point or at some different points
yeah,
afterwards.
and nobody's looking at him while he's
Ah.
doing it. So it's all in his, maybe it's all in his imagination, or he's watching it on TV,
Could be.
and remember he's taking down notes.
But I think he really is there, but just people aren't. Like, I think it's supposed to be like people
Or
don't give a shit about him. Basically, there's no one cares.
Yeah, and it's a portrayal to show that
It's an artist.
yeah, in the middle of a society, a person who isn't known or isn't famous is second guessed. He's like a second guess. Nobody wants to, or less than that, because nobody looks at him. Nobody noticed even he's even there. So
What I liked as well about his laugh over there is that he's like trying to imitate other people. He's not actually laughing back there. He's just trying to imitate what other people are doing.
yeah, that's actually an interesting fact.
Which I really felt bad for him because he doesn't even know why other people are laughing. You
Yeah,
understand?
exactly. Yeah, he was looking around while everyone was laughing. He was looking around
And he's just
observing, and trying to laugh as they laugh.
he's just like there,
Yeah.
just. I guess that's funny.
Yeah.
And so what else? What did you think about when he actually killed those 3 people?
I think it was all in his mind. Yes, they do exist. Those type of people, they do exist.
On the train.
Yes, the businessmen, they do exist. These people, but I found it a bit hard to believe and difficult to be true, or hard to believe actually that 3 businessmen were on a train when they're Wall Street guys, right?
Yeah, but I don't really
Not in a
find
taxi.
it. I
Not in a
don't really
taxi.
find it that hard to believe because
Yeah, well, not in a taxi, but I think, yes, at the moment you just find it genuine. It's like they're there, right? Okay, yes, they're there. But I think it's just the Joker showing us how what
they're doing, like the way they're what do you call this? When they start taunting the woman on the train.
yes, yeah. They're
It
catcalling
feels very real. Like
It does
it's the
happen.
way
It's-
it happens.
Eerily enough, all those things that were shown that were happening in society over there and in the movie in Gotham actually are
Happen.
things that happen on a daily basis, and that's horrible, but and true at the same time. So that's like an eye opener for everyone.
Yeah. But when they started kicking him and stuff, the Joker, Arthur,
Yes,
when they started kicking him, I actually felt good about it. Like, who gives a... like,
Good.
if I was in that situation and I had a gun, I would do the exact same thing.
Well, wait, you felt good that they kicked him, or
No,
Yeah.
that the Joker, that
Shot him.
Arthur
Ah,
killed
yes.
them.
Well, at that moment, those fans of the Joker, and I'm a fan of the Joker, we found that thrilling. I mean, I found it thrilling because this
Uh-huh.
when like he was born, the Joker was born, and he looked exactly like Heath Ledger, like on a messy day, you know.
And what I didn't like, what other people are saying, because other people are hating on the part, because when the Joker starts chasing the other guy that he only shot in the leg,
Yes,
other people are starting to hate on that part because he didn't have to do that. But I thought he
didn't.
actually
But
did
he's the
have.
Joker.
No,
He's the,
but he's not
he's
actually the Joker yet. He's just Arthur with a gun so far.
yes.
So, but I thought it's actually a good thing that he actually chased him. I know that he didn't actually maybe need to kill him, but he did have to kill him, and if you actually think about it, because I mean he has a witness.
Of course, yeah. When you put it that way,
Yeah, because he has to get rid of his witness, otherwise he's actually he'll be accused of murder. And in fact, after he kills him, no one actually suspects that he killed him.
yeah,
They do actually suspect, but it takes them a long time. If there was that other guy was still alive, obviously he would get caught
yeah.
immediately.
The only thing they had those two detectives had was the
The clown.
clown running away from the
Uh-huh.
murder scene. So yeah, that was the only thing.
Now that I'm remembering, how did you feel about the part when they actually try to make you think that Arthur is Thomas Wayne's son?
I I thought it wasn't true. It was too good to be true, or
Hey, you
I
didn't
don't know.
believe it?
No,
Actually, I
I
started
didn't
to
find
think
it
it
to.
may be true.
I didn't actually.
Because the reason I started to think it was true because I felt that this movie is a completely different take on everything. So I
Of
actually
course,
started to think that maybe they changed something in the comic book story. Maybe they're trying to make it their own. So I thought
it is.
they're maybe trying to make the Joker. So they may be trying to make the Joker Bruce Wayne's half brother.
Well, that would actually suck for me. I mean, in my opinion,
Hmm.
because I've known like Batman movies and the Joker and Batman portrayals. They were that was fine, you know. Like the Joker was coming from a mysterious background. He's mysterious.
Uh huh.
That's fine. Don't touch on that. It's good, you know.
Uh
The
huh.
way, but knowing what he is, knowing who he is, and
Like
everything, it's like
I really felt bad for him. No one
uh,
actually
yeah,
started
and
like I didn't like when Thomas Wayne punched him in the face. I mean, why did you do that?
they I think they just made him look like Trump.
Uh,
They made
I
him
think
look like
it's
Trump character.
they just wanted to make him suffer a little in the movie so that he actually has reasons to go to become a Joker.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Well, but I really felt bad for him because I actually felt very related. I very actually felt this Joker is very relatable as well compared to other
He
Jokers
is.
from the past.
He is. He's a relatable character to all those who are oppressed in society
Uh huh.
nowadays. But still, of course there's the question, which is this movie uh, trying to tell you to trying to tell you that violence is good or violence is no, actually it isn't. Actually, it's just showing
No, that's
how terrible.
basically the same discussion that people have with video games. I mean,
Yes,
video games
yes,
don't make you kill people.
of course.
If you
That's
actually,
why this is a message. Actually, this is more like a message. It's showing you that it's a very bold statement as well.
uh huh.
It's showing you
I
that
mean,
it's terrible to enact violence on people and doing all that.
like what I'm
The consequences.
well, if someone actually tries or actually does kill
Stupid.
someone, it's not because he was playing a video game. And I mean, anyone can play video games. It doesn't mean it's
Of
going to
course.
go kill someone or watch movies. Actually, movies are technically more people watch movies than play video games because a lot of people actually not. Oh, it's a bigger age demographic.
Yeah.
Um, but it doesn't make you want to kill someone. Maybe it makes you want to kill someone, but it won't actually make you kill someone. If you actually kill someone,
Yeah.
you're crazy from the start. You didn't have to watch the movie to kill someone. You would
True.
if you didn't watch the movie, you would have killed them anyway.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what actually makes me very angry about when people start saying that movies and games make people kill someone, which makes stupid. It's very
It
stupid.
is. Yeah.
The movies and games. Uh,
So,
I went into an angry rant.
so anyone watching, can say hello. Welcome
Uh,
to the stream.
what do you think about them? Like, because before we were talking, before we started the stream, that you were trying to compare Joker, this Joker, 2019,
He's
to
on. Yeah.
the previous Jokers.
Yeah. Mark. There's Mark Hamill. The first one is Cesar Romero of the Batman of 1966, the TV series, which is a funny as a comedy
Like, people
series.
are mostly comparing him to Heath Ledger, mostly, because I mean,
Yeah, he does resemble him. Yeah, yeah,
because
he
he
does.
has the same sort of makeup, not exactly the same, but they both have makeup. There's not like a skin
The
condition or
nose part
something.
is missing. That's the only part that's
Uh,
yeah that he
like
doesn't
his
have.
hair is is similar.
I don't think they're both like. I don't think you can actually compare those two because
I know.
Heath
But
Ledger's Joker is one of his own. It's really really
it's
good.
completely different.
Yes,
I
and
know.
it's
Like,
it's
and this Joker
yep.
feels like he's his own, how do you say, his own character. Like, he has a
He's
backstory
yeah,
and stuff, and you actually feel like he's a part
work
of
of
you
art.
as well. Like, you can actually see yourself in this guy.
Exactly.
But Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
you don't actually. It's like just a villain. He makes some good points or so, like sometimes. Like he says, like everyone is crazy. They just need a small push in the movie from Heath Ledger.
All it takes is one bad day.
Or something like that. All they need is just a
Ah.
small push. But that's a good point. But you don't actually say, "Yeah, I would do
Yes.
the same thing." I mean, you won't actually feel like doing what Heath Ledger's Joker would do. That's why he's not. He's completely different from the new Joker.
Chaos is a gravity. It's all it takes is a little push.
Uh huh.
Or madness. Madness is like gravity.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is a little push. That's the Joker. Great. Joker love at the end of the Dark Knight. Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, because you can't actually compare these two because they're different.
Do you think that this movie is overrated or the critics are some critics are being too negative or some of them are being too positive? What do you think?
Too negative or too positive? Uh, what's the?
I mean,
What are they saying?
there are certain media critics that are actually not that don't actually like the movie and are giving it negative reviews. Like for example, there's one Matthew Rosa from Salon.com, media critic. He says Joker, inverted commas, is a movie that you ignore at your own peril.
Yeah, it's good.
What do you think of that?
I think that's a good review, right?
It is, but let me give you the full review right here. Joker, in inverted commas, is a wildly uneven mess and a dangerous one in the wrong hands.
He's a menace.
Exactly. Like Jonah Jameson. I don't know.
J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah. Uh, its fans, uh, its fans will no doubt complain that this review focuses on politics, but the movie's political implications are so explicit and intentional, despite the main character's last-minute protestations to the contrary, that ignoring them would be the film critic equivalent of dereliction of duty. If you're going to be a message picture, then your message defines your artistic merit. I mean, who can argue with that point? But still, yes. I mean, the movie there it has a lot of political messages throughout.
Uh huh.
That I can say.
Yeah, it does.
So if this review is political, um, as it says, that is it a dangerous manifesto that could inspire incels to commit acts of violence?
No, it
As
won't.
some of its critics fear. Of course, the movie has already been has already opened at the box office. It's been like 2 weeks now. It's doing really good. It's doing really well. Um, Not as well, of course, as Avengers Endgame. Uh, that's number one.
Doesn't
But
matter. I
this
mean,
actually
if
is
it does good, it does good.
this actually go up to like it's going to 700 million at the box office, which is pretty good. Um, an edgy character study teeming with with social commentary, as director Todd Phillips and co-writer Scott Silver seem to have intended. Is it a dark comic book adventure like The Dark Knight, or or a perverse ode to mentally ill social rejects, like the Martin Scorsese's classic Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy, and The Dark Knight as well? So yeah, certain parts of the movie, or most parts of the movie, it was very similar to The King of Comedy and Taxi Driver. If you haven't seen those movies, I
I
suggest you
haven't.
go watch them. They're really good. I suggest you have to. Yeah, I suggest you go watch them. They're actually pretty good and very similar to this movie.
So,
Um,
what are people saying mostly? Are they praising the movie or
Most people are actually praising the movie.
they are?
Yes, it has an audience score of 89%, Rotten Tomatoes, and 69% of critics.
Yeah, good. Actually, that's all you have
So
to look
actually,
at. I mean, the critics don't matter.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
critics are
actually,
mostly
yeah.
just trying to, like,
There's a divide actually. There's like a divide.
that's always
Um,
the same. That's always
of
happens.
course, of course.
Because critics don't actually care about the movie. They only want to like
Yeah,
be
but
be seen. That's what.
what I've noticed here in the Rotten Tomatoes for Rotten Tomatoes critics, most basically nearly most of all of them, nearly all of the critics of the critics are media critics who gave it negative reviews.
Really.
Of course, there are some very few. There are a few
But
top
mostly
critics.
there it's mostly negative reviews on critics.
No, on the top critics, there are
Top critics is
mostly
mostly negative.
not mostly. It's not like a lot. There's 65%, so it's
Okay.
not a lot. I think it's improving now because there are a lot of critics who are giving it a fresh score.
Yeah.
On the but
Okay.
this is not actually the
Well,
yeah
but just to put it out there, don't don't look at what the critics say. Just look at what the people say.
yes,
That's
of
all you have
course,
to
and
look at.
that's the point I'm trying to make.
Uh-huh.
That's
That's all I have to say.
the media is trying to cover up the
Oh.
fact, the truth that society has problems. That nowadays society is not a happy go lucky,
Mm-hmm.
and there needs to be change. There needs to be more awareness. There needs to be uh, more help coming to more people who are mentally ill and those who have programs that are shut down because by the governments.
I just
So
remembered. Do you want to talk about something about the movie again?
yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
I just remembered. Were you expecting the Joker to die at the end?
actually, yeah, I thought it was going to be its own movie. So I thought actually it was going to be like he's going to die. So
No, me too. I actually
yeah,
thought he might die because since this is a new spin on the movie
yeah,
on the whole
but
character, so I thought maybe it's the
but
end, the last movie as
yeah,
well.
I thought that when he went on the show, but the moment when he was eyeing the sh- eyeing the Mary,
Mm-hmm.
he was eyeing Frank Mary, Franklin Mary, what?
I think Franklin Murray. Yes, Franklin Murray.
Franklin Mary show. When he was eyeing him, at that moment I realized,
Like
um,
he's gonna kill him.
yeah,
Shit.
That no, that the Joker will not. That the Joker will survive. That the
Uh,
Joker will
I think
die.
they also like there are some stuff that happened also outside of the movie that actually made us think that he might kill himself because Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, there were some leaks or some stuff that Joaquin Phoenix wanted to, or
I don't
didn't want
actually
to
see
make
leaks,
another
so
one.
yeah, I
Like,
don't actually indulge in those. Yeah, no, I don't go and watch leaks.
I don't.
I can.
Okay.
I just
Uh,
make them in my soup
no,
or
I didn't.
something.
I
The leaks.
didn't read. I didn't read any story leaks. I just saw online that people were saying that Joaquin Phoenix didn't want to make any more movies after this one about the Joker.
Of
Because I think
course,
they
yeah.
did that actually on purpose because the movie was trying to say that he might kill himself at the end. So if he
Hmm.
actually if Joaquin Phoenix goes out and before the movie before the movie is out already, and there's going to be another movie. I mean, obviously he's not gonna kill himself. You understand?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's why I think because after the movie came out, Joaquin Phoenix said that he's open to do another one. So he changed his opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in that situation, I would do too. I mean,
Uh,
it was doing great. It had an 8 minute, and I repeat, an 8 minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival when it was when it opened for the first time. Of course, not it wasn't when we watched. It wasn't when we watched. It was way before. It was
uh-huh.
like a week before the Venice Film Festival, and it's a very high contender for the Oscars next year, 2020. So
I think he deserves an Oscar for this.
he does.
He went to so much work just to lose his weight and to study other people's laughs because it's an actual condition, his laugh.
Ah, yeah,
So,
and I have something else to say about this. There's a scene in this movie when he's on the bus. You know, when he's on the bus,
yeah.
because Gabriel just pointed this out. He said, "Here's my card."
Ah, yeah.
Remember when he was on the bus and he handed out a card, and on the card there was written that he had a condition.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
Ah,
I was thinking because this was like a canon from the Joker. The Joker like
on the bus, yes.
yeah he has a card. You know, it was like an ode to the Dark Knight.
Uh-huh.
Like, here's my card. In this movie, he was showing this card. We already, I mean, as the audience, we don't know yet that he's narrating. The Joker is narrating. It's like, I mean, we don't know this. The card is like his signature.
Uh-huh.
He so he hands out the card, and what's written on it? It doesn't look like it's like a doctor wrote it or something. It doesn't look like
He
it's
just
like
did
from a
it
clinic.
himself so that he
He did
can
it
tell people.
himself, and it was like there was like a joke or something. That he said dark joke, like he
Ah,
said this.
okay.
You
So
won't understand
they can
yourself.
maybe use that to in other movies if they make new movies with
Yes,
him. They
if
can
the
actually
yeah
use that. So instead of giving the helpful card, telling people
the
that
Joker card
he
instead,
can just
because that's
give them
exactly
the
his
card. Yeah,
character. It's a very critical part of his character is the
Joker
Joker.
card. Um, what else? What I'm scared of as well about this Joker is that this Joker might end up like weak compared to a Batman.
Yeah, he is like he's a social
Because at the end of this
person.
movie, it doesn't actually like it doesn't become like a criminal mastermind like Heath Ledger's or other
For now,
Jokers or like
for now,
what's
he's
his
more of a
name?
symbol. He's more of a
Yeah,
symbol. He's like people look up to the uh, under the underlying society's most the trodden part of society.
because he's not
They look up to
really
him.
like he's not really as good as Mark Hamill's Joker as well. Like even his I like he actually goes into a
He's
lot
his
of
own Joker.
detail in his schemes. This one
He's
is
his
just
yeah.
like a character just with makeup on because I think it's just because he's just starting maybe.
Yeah. Mark Hamill's Joker actually. It's I mean the killing. You know the Killing Joke,
Yeah, yeah.
the movie. Well, in the Killing Joke,
Mm-hmm.
when he at the end when he is narrating, when he's narrating about his multiple storylines.
Uh-huh.
He has like he says it that he has multiple choice. His life is multiple choice. Um, he talks about the Red Hood and how he became because he was apparently he was the one in the Red Hood and he became the Joker after
Yes.
that. He tells Batman that it's not true.
Mm. So
Yeah.
because his origin story is never doesn't exist basically.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
So
I mean, there's a lot in this movie that like it shines a light on the on how the Killing Joke ended. For example, you know the Killing Joke. At the end, he says a joke. The Joker says Mark Hamill's Joker. He says a joke. He tells Batman to wait. I have to tell you this. He tells and Batman allows it. He tells him a joke, and
you
the
get what you
Batman
fucking deserve.
and the Batman laughs at that joke.
I saw it. I saw it.
Yes. Well, that was like a small callback to that moment at the end when he starts laughing, and when the instead now the psychiatrist she doesn't get the joke because she's not laughing. She says, what's so funny? Why are you laughing?" She doesn't get the joke, and he says, you won't get it," and he starts singing to.
And then he
to-
starts thinking about his Bruce Wayne's parents, right?
Yeah, that's exactly when he says that I'm thinking of a joke.
Yeah, that's something I really didn't like, even because I watched the movie 2 times. The first time I watched it, even the second time, I couldn't understand why he's thinking about Bruce Wayne's parents dead, because he wasn't the one that shot them. So how does he know that they're dead?
That just shows you even more that most of his narration is not to be trusted.
Uh, because it
That's,
doesn't make sense. Like,
yeah, maybe
how
he's
can he remember something that he wasn't there to do? And he was unconscious at the time,
yeah.
so
Maybe this Joker is the present day Joker, and he saw the news before. He saw this news before that Batman. He didn't know that was Batman. He saw that Bruce Wayne, he's now orphaned. He learned that Bruce Wayne is an orphan, and that his parents were shot and killed.
okay, maybe he read it, yeah.
And maybe he found out about it, and he
And
just
maybe he's
sees
just
that as the good joke for him because it's like it puts it more into perspective of how he puts this whole narration into place.
he just basically likes the fact that he had something to do with it. I think it doesn't really care about Bruce Wayne for now. I think he's just
Yeah,
happy
it's like
that Thomas Wayne is dead.
yeah, it's like in the Dark Knight. He says he's just a mad dog chasing cars. He wouldn't know what he'd do with one if he catches it.
Yeah. But that's the
So,
other Joker, right?
Yes,
Uh-huh. Heath Ledger's.
and he does say like he's I'm not a g do I look like a guy with a plan? And this Joker, he says, do I look like a guy who inspires movement?
Uh.
He says like it was like an ode to the Dark Knight. Did you notice that
Mhm.
when he was on the Franklin Murray show?
I didn't actually notice it at the when I was watching movie. I didn't actually notice it. No.
When Murray asked him and said, "Why do you
Political.
did you do this? Did you do this like to start a movement?" He said, "Do I look like I'm starting any movements? Do I look like I'm starting a movement or
I'm not political.
I'm not political?" Yes. We don't know that the Joker is not reliable when it comes to these. Like someone asks him a question, he doesn't. He answers in the most ambiguous ways possible. And but at the end, before the moments before he shot Franklin Murray dead straight into his face, headshot. Those, yeah,
Yeah.
the most disturbing part of the movie. Well, there were other disturbing parts, of course, but that was like shocking. Like, yeah, I mean, I was waiting for him to do that, but I didn't expect it to like they actually do that. But he did that.
I really
like-
wasn't expecting Murray to die in the end.
No, I was expecting because he was getting angry, and I expected for
No,
at some
because
point he was just going to point a gun at him, but he actually like did it. Like he
I
said, "Wow."
didn't, because I didn't catch the, because when he was angry behind the curtains before it came out, I didn't understand that he changed his mind back there. I actually just watched the movie thinking still that he's going to die. And then I was surprised when he started shouting at him because it was obvious that he was going to kill him when he started shouting. Like, you motherfucker deserve it! It's obvious that he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
And
So,
did you know, I don't know if what is his name? Robert De Niro is supposed to be sued for something right now. Being sued for
For-
something. Because I heard that I think DC or maybe Warner Brothers has sued him. I'm not sure about this, so don't take my word for it. Because he was in an interview before the movie came out. He was promoting it. And in one of the questions they asked him if like what happens in the movie. Obviously we're not supposed to say anything, but he said I don't like what he does to me. Which is
Yeah.
very obvious. It does make sense why anyone would sue him for that, because the part that Joker actually kills Mary is very important to not know it before you actually watch the movie, because you're supposed to think that he's going to kill himself at the end of the movie. So the fact that Robert De Niro said I don't like what it does to me, is obviously that it's going to kill you. What is this Joker gonna do?
of course, yeah. Actually, all I can, I mean, the whole, as a whole, the whole movie, I liked it. I loved it. I give it like a 9.5 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
The point five, yeah, the other point five, it was just because it got connected to the DC universe. Because at first I thought it was going to be its own movie, but never mind. It's still a good movie.
I give it
Loved
a solid 9.
Okay.
9 out of
And
10.
any reasons why?
It's mostly because I felt that I actually wanted the movie to be longer, to tell you the truth. Not because, it's not, I didn't give it the 9 just because I wanted to be longer, because I didn't feel like this Joker is the Joker yet. I wanted him to become the Joker at least at the end of the movie, so I wanted it to become longer. Because if the movie was longer, maybe he would have had some time to do something like very evil.
Well, he did evil.
I mean, he
evil
did,
stuff.
but I wanted him to go like to an extreme, like torture someone or dismember someone or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
because all he did was shoot someone
because
and stab someone with scissors.
we could talk more about this about Joker in an upcoming discussion later on. Later, in I don't know, in a week.
If you want.
Yeah, we could do that. And so, as a conclusion, as I said in the discussion below, that there's a surprise waiting for you.
Yeah, we have a vlog from the beginning.
Before we close down this discussion, there's a vlog. Enjoy, and see you in the next video. Adios.
Bye, guys.
Welcome back YouTube, this is Jevy here with another video. Yeah, welcome back YouTube, this is Jevy here
It's a
with another
comedy.
video. Yes, I know it's been a while since I made the video. How long has it been? I don't know, you can look it up on YouTube. Well, apparently there's some competition here because I'm making vlogs on their own. This is my first time doing a vlog, so yeah, don't take it first. Exactly. It's a vlog. No, it's a vlog. It's a vlog. Actually, I have to be honest with you. I know, you're going to swallow me whole for saying this, but
Stop bothering my kid.
at first I thought, since it's my first time, that vlogs are actually vlogs.
I have some bad news for you.
To get with the times. Yeah, that was modified. Let's go. Let's see what. 5 pounds on me.
So many places to go. Oh, somebody is brass, but from nothing is. I can hear nothing here, so I don't know. Who's speaking? Testing it out. That's not what I'm saying. Let's go.
Thumbs up. Just do the thumbs up. Higher up. One hand.